Welcome to the final game of today between Swifts and Mannas. So this is the 5th, 6th placing match. So both Mannas and Swifts recently had a matchup in round 2. Swifts actually took that win. So once again, we see both of these teams facing off each other. So the winner of this game will come in 5th place. You can see both teams just getting ready for the call-up. So at the end of the second round, 5th ranked in 5th place and Mannas was in 6th. But with this match about to happen, it gives Mannas an opportunity to try and fight back and see if they can take the win, or will Swiss be able to hold them and get another win on top of Mannas. So for the starting 7 of Mannas, we have the international foreign player Chiledo David starting in goal shooter, Rachel Digua in goal attack, Kimberly Lim in wing attack, Tan Yi-Tse in center, Yasmin in wing defense, Mickey Ng in goal defense, and Christy in goalkeeper. For Swifts, we have Sarah Lightfoot starting goal shooter and Margaret in goal attack. Wing attack, we have Janice, center Jasmine, wing defense Arina, goal defense Faith Maria, and finally in goalkeeper Sindhu Nair. So we can see that Swift doesn't have the international foreign player for this game. She sustained an ankle injury in the previous game last weekend, so she is unable to play this game today. That is going to be quite a big blow for Swiss because the international foreign player Doreen has made quite an impact for them. She brings a lot of speed and attacking flair, as well as a very good target in the shooting circle for them. But let's see if Swifts, together as a team, can work hard to overcome Mannas. So both teams very early on court, both eager to start this game. It's also going to be the last final game for both of these teams for the Netball Super League 2025. Tomorrow we only have 2 matches, 3rd and 4th placing starting at 12 p.m. and the grand finals at 2 p.m. So as mentioned earlier at the end of my commentary, we have 3rd, 4th place between Orcas and Llabten, and the final between Blaze and Sneakers. So Jasmine, the center of Swiss, about to start the first center pass of the game. Great take there by Jasmine, and a nice drive by Janice to hit the top of the circle. Early contact call against Christy. And Margaret choosing not to sight the post and attempt that shot. Mannas with the turnover. Great look in and great pass by Ite into Chiledo David. Unfortunately, Sindhu all over with her strong defensive flair. Swift with the turnover. Great drive forward and drop back by Jasmine into the pocket. We see a 2-on-1 situation in the circle for Swift. Sarah Lightfoot attempts that shot, doesn't fall through, and Margaret with the rebound. And the first goal of the game goes to Swifts. Once again, Sindhu doing so well Running out of the circle just to get that intercept. So in my opinion, Sindhu has had a really great season this year. So after coming back from an ACL injury in the previous year, she made her return in the recent Asian Championships for the national team, where they took home the gold. And she's continuing her good performance in this NSL season, always turning over so many balls for Swifts. A great run along the baseline by Sarah. Once again, a dodge to get off the back of Christy. And she attempts the shot for Swifts. Third goal of the game for Swifts. Oh, once again, and Margaret this time turning over the ball. Lovely man-on-man defense. An offside call against Ite, giving Swifts an opportunity at goal. Christy once again a little bit late on that challenge. Contact call against her, and Margaret this time sinking it from range. Just like that, 4 goals to Swifts, and Mannas have yet to score a single goal. Also, we have Zulfa coming on to replace Rachel in goal attack. And Margaret, so cool and steady. And that's what she's really good at, those long range shots. Just like that, 5 goals to Swift and 0 to Mannas. Mannas not having any options down court, just playing it quite around in the center third. Finally, a quick ball in by Kimberly Lim into Chiledo. And the first shot for Mannas. Great pass there by Janice, just so smart with the ball, just taking her time with the 3 seconds, just faking it one way. Good try there by Faith Maria. Tried to come around from the back. Oh, but Sindhu's hands over pressure on that shot. Falters Chilodo David. And there she goes with a really strong rebound. Swifts on attack. And Margaret once again from range. And the ball goes in so nicely. Swifts up by 6 goals. Quarter score currently 7-1. Great pass in by M. Margaret into Sarah Lightfoot, who drove along the baseline. And a much better shot in. Great drive by Ite into the pocket. However, Arena, the wing defense of Swiss, was all over that. Just dashing through, taking her feet to tip that ball out. A wayward pass by Zulfa. Wanting to offload into Kim, into the pocket. Just doesn't fall through. Jasmine chasing that ball down, putting her body on the line, and it pays off. what a great rebound there by Sarah Light for her determination to collect that rebound. Once again, and Margaret not sinking it in. This time Christy was first to that rebound. Oh, sorry. Ball actually went out of court, so it's a Mannas throw-in. Once again, Kimberly Lim just forcing that pass into the circle, not being patient with the ball. The defensive pressure by Swift in this first quarter has been tremendous. Both Sindhu, Naya and Faith Maria just putting up a lot of pressure on the Mannas shooters. Great take there by Jasmine. Ite was all over her, but she still manages to draw that contact and pull that ball in. Ite with that contest along the circle edge, but came offside along the way. It's still Swift possession inside the circle. Couple of contact calls against the Mannas defender. Oh, and we see a hard knock there. This time Christy once again late on the contact. Sorry, late on the contest for the ball. And it was clearly a contact at the end of it. I think she really just needs to adjust her timing. And if she's not in that right position, she should just pull out of it. Just like that, we see another substitution change on the Mannas attack. This time we have Cheryl, the 21 and under player for Mannas, coming on to replace Kimberly Lim in wing attack. Oh, great pass by Jasmine, who Sarah just a little bit nervous with her shots early in this quarter. Can see her just shaking her wrist off. Oh, there we have it. Faith Maria just going for that ball so nicely. Sindhu just coming off the shooter, leaving that gap, making it seem like Chilodo David was free. So it's a good defensive game plan by Swiss. Oh, this time Christy not making it easy. She comes forward, contests the ball, Mannas with the turnover. Zulfa with the long range attempt. Doesn't fall through. Chilodo not wanting to jump for that rebound. Just thought she could have just jumped for it with that height advantage. I don't think she should take it for granted that the ball was definitely going to fall into her hands. Swifts just capitalizing on their turnovers, doing so well in this first quarter. Current score line 11 to Swifts, 2 to Mannas. Obstruction call against Faith Maria this time. So both her hands were out as she tried to stop Zulfa, who was doing her dodge along the baseline. Another substitution change. Christy moving to the bench. And we have Cadence, another 21 under player for Mannas, coming on in goalkeeper. Cadence making her presence known so early with that nice tip along the baseline. Unfortunately, Sarah Lightful still had the upper hand. A late contact by Faith Maria, just challenging the ball from the back of Zulfa. Toledo just not ready for that quick pass from Zulfa to her, but she still manages to pull it in. Another goal for Mannas. Mickey this time running step by step, attacking the ball. Once again, the mid-court players of Mannas just not capitalizing on the turnovers, just forcing the ball in unnecessarily. Swifts, on the other hand, more steady and patient with their play. Contact call against Ite outside the circle. A late challenge by Cadence, giving M. Margaret a chance at goal, and she scores it for Swiss. Just under 3 minutes left in this first quarter. Current scoreline, 13 goals to Swiss, 4 to Mannas. Much better pass by Ite into the space of Toledo David, who sinks that shot in so easily. Mickey just saw that ball being swung across the circle, tried to go for it, but was going it at a rather weird angle. Swiss still successful with that. Another goal for them. Once again, no options in the circle for Ite, having to go all the way back to the transverse line. Oh, good try there by Faith Maria. A lovely tip on the shot. Her timing of the jam was perfect, and Sindhu backed her up with that pickup. Oh, this time Cheryl, wing attack of Mannas, read that passage of play so well, came out with an intercept. Easy ball into Toledo David, and she sinks the 6th goal for Mannas. Less than 1 minute left in this first quarter. Once again, Cadence just not moving her legs, always getting caught behind and Margaret. Shot doesn't fall through. Mickey with a great rebound. Ball goes through the hands of Toledo David. It's a swift throw in, but just not enough time to bring it down to goal. So there we have it at the end of the first quarter. Swiss with a really great start. 14 to Swiss, 6 to Mannas. Stay tuned for the rest of the game.
day with the team, sweating it out in the sun, pushing each other, encouraging each other. Doing it together as a team made it less difficult. Yeah, we'll most likely be back next year. We are looking forward to working with new people in the under-23s category.
I'm very glad that the team pulled through, came together, and we did well. I think the most enjoyable moment for Pesa Sukang is of course like coming together and winning matches. Seeing them like get together and seeing them improve match by match, I think it's very satisfying to see.
Welcome back to the second quarter of the game between Mannas and Swiss. Swiss with a really good start at the end of the first quarter. We see Swiss up by 8 goals. 14 to Swiss, 6 to Mannas. So we see a change in the goal shooter position for Mannas. Chilodo David, the foreign international player, taking a rest. We have Rachel Digua coming on as goal shooter. For Swiss, we see one change in the wing attack position. We have Janice to the bench and Angeline Singh coming on. Once again, I'd like to mention that Swiss is playing without their foreign international player. She sustained an ankle injury last weekend in the game, so she's unavailable for this final game for them. Much better play there by Mannas. A turnover on defense and Rachel just paying it off with a nice goal in. So we see Yitie and Cheryl, both the mid-court players of Mannas, just more confident and comfortable passing that pass into Rachel as compared to Chilodo David. So I think it's just the positioning and how Rachel provides an angle for the mid-court players to actually side her as compared to Chilodo David just standing into space, not really blocking off any defender. So Mannas has started this second quarter really well. They've scored 3 quick goals. Swift has yet to score the first goal for this quarter. Zulfa with a penalty pass, a shot. And there we have it, sinks it in. 4th goal for the quarter to Mannas. And just like that, Mannas just closing the gap. Just too much on the pass between Cheryl and Rachel. Unfortunately, a stepping call against Swiss, giving Mannas another chance at goal. So we see the defensive duo of Sindhu and Faith not able to take on Rachel as well as they did against Shalado David. Interestingly, Rachel only stands at 182 cm as compared to Chiledo David, who has a height of 193 cm. Sorry, Rachel only stands at 179 cm. She's not even 1.8 meters. A crucial call this time against Cheryl, the wing attack on Mannas. Breaking call. And Margaret with that front cut drive. Sarah Lightfoot to finish off with a shot. Too easy on the first phase for Swiss. Oh, great hands by Yasmin to get that tip, and Kaden with that loose ball. Rachel finishes off with a shot for Mannas. Oh, once again, Faith doing so well, coming round from the back to tip that ball with her outer hand. Angeline Singh caught that ball with two defenders on her outside the circle. Swift scores another goal. Once again, another hard challenge there by Cadence. We see a 2-on-1 situation with only Mickey trying to defend both of the Swiss shooters. Another quick goal for Swiss. Arina just getting caught on the body of Cheryl. Contact call against her. Much better pass by Cheryl into the backspace of Rachel. No way that Faith Maria was going to contest for that ball. Yasmin coming out with a brilliant turnover. Clean intercept. Arina this time disrupting play. Ite manages to pull that ball in at the edge of the court. Flings it in. Cheryl, her teammate, to back her up. In fact, the shortest player on court in the attacking side of Mannas actually retrieved their loose ball. Mannas really doing all they can, stepping up from that poor performance in the first quarter, trying to claw that gap. There we have it. Lovely pass by Zulfa into Rachel. You can see in the Mannas attack much more comfortable playing without the presence of Chiledo David on court. Actually, if we look at the end of round 1, before the international players came to join the teams, Mannas actually finished in 3rd position. So it was a slump for them in the second round with the inclusion of the foreign players. I think just not being able to gel with Chiledo David and just not understanding her style of play, as well as Chiledo David not being able to understand or gel with the mid-court players, has caused this dip in the performance of Mannas in the second round. Both shooters of Mannas outside the circle, but Rachel saw that Zulfa had ball in her hand and knew that she had to quickly dash in. Great baseline drive. Zulfa this time from long range. Only one goal of difference between both teams. Much better play by Swifts. Great timing by Anne Margaret, driving the baseline. And Margaret with a nice hands over pressure manages to get that tip. Unfortunately, just couldn't pull that ball in. Mickey was just there to pick up the loose ball. Mannas with the throw in. Zulfa unfazed by the hands over pressure of Faith Maria. Swifts still up by 1 goal overall, but Mannas has had a really good second quarter so far. If you just look at the breakdown for the second quarter, Mannas with 12 goals, Swifts only with 5 goals. So it's kind of like a role reversal. Both teams taking turns to play well. Swifts had a great start. Mannas with a good comeback. Oh, a little fumble. Jasmine not able to hold on onto that pass. Ball just went through her fingers. And just like that, 2 quick passes, Rachel had the ball in the circle. We see a change in the wing attack position. Angeline Singh coming off court. Janice taking over. Zulfa very confident and just sinking in those shots really well. So for the first time, Mannas has taken the lead. They're up by 1 goal. Oh, great outer hand tip by Mickey. She came round the body so well. Came forward and dropped back, knowing that a high pass was coming in. Fortunately, Swiss still had possession and a goal scored for Swiss. Rachel not able to sink that shot. Sindhu with the rebound. Great drive by Jasmine. Lost her footing, but she manages to pass it off into Sarah Lightfoot before falling to the ground. So Jasmine, the center of Swiss, just requesting for the floor to be wiped. Oh, what a lovely pass by Janice into the highest point, Sarah Lightfoot. Great dodge by her to get rid of Cadence. Coming forward to pull back. Swiss has taken over the lead, up by 2 goals at the moment. Good try there by Faith Maria, but that quick ball speed and pass from Rachel to Zulfa made that successful for Mannas. Another change for Swiss, and Margaret to the bench. Chloe Low coming on as goal attack. Obstruction call against Kaden. It's the goalkeeper of Mannas. Chloe Low with her first attempt. Unfortunately, doesn't fall through. Cadence with the rebound. And the quick, fast pass into Ite in the center third. Rachel just not stable with her shots. Sindhu with that tip on the rebound. It's still Mannas throw in. Doesn't fall through. Sindhu once again with the rebound. Chloe just so quick to dish it off to her defenders. I think she could have just pivot, turn around, face down court. There were options in front of her. So a fumble there by Chloe Lower. Ball just fell out of her hands. Oh, what a quick pass by Ite into Rachel. Once again, Swifts with another turnover. Sindhu and Faith Maria just making it really hard for the mid-court players of Mannas to sight their shooters and place the ball well into the space. Great strong drive by Janice, just running into the pocket, pulling that contact against Yasmin, the wing defense on Mannas. This time, Chloe sinks that ball in. Swifts still up by 2 goals. Less than 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Oh, Arena comes up with a tip, but it's still Mannas possession. Zulfa from long range, and she sinks it in before the final whistle. There we have it. That's the end of the first half of the game. Swifts with a 1-goal lead. So as mentioned just now, Swift had a great first quarter. Mannas fought back really hard with a good second quarter. We mixed that score with only 1 goal a difference between both teams. Stay tuned for 2 more quarters.
sessions, and most importantly is we spend the whole day with the team, sweating it out in the sun, pushing each other, encouraging each other. Doing it together as a team made it less difficult. Yeah, we'll most likely be back next year. We are looking forward to working with new people in the under-23s category.
I'm very glad that the team pulled through, came together, and we did well. I think the most enjoyable moment for Pesta Sukan is of course like coming together and winning matches. Seeing them like get together and seeing them improve match by match, I think it's very satisfying to see.
Welcome back to the third quarter of the game between Mannas and Swiss. So we see a change in the goal defense positions. Claudia coming on. The rest of the team has remained in their position. Mannas has also stuck to the same lineup. Rachel manages to stay balanced on her tippy toes along the baseline to pull that ball in. Cheryl with the loose ball. Mannas, first goal for the quarter. We see an awkward take there by Zulfa. Ball was slightly outstretched for her to pull it in. Not sure what happened, but she looked really uncomfortable trying to catch that ball. I think a slight twist in her ankle there, but umpire deemed there was no contact. So it was a stepping call blown against her. And Margaret from long range can't sink it in. Cadence, the goalkeeper of Mannas, with a crucial rebound. Current score line, 23 goals to both teams. Great pass by Zulfa into Rachel. Unfortunately, not able to sink in her shots. Sindhu with that tip on the rebound. Zulfa this time from mid-range. Mannas once again taking the lead for the second time in the game. Cadence trying to contest that ball outside the circle, but was too late, leaving Sarah Lightfoot all alone. Zulfa from long range, not able to sink it in. Rachel with the rebound, unable to sink it in from underneath the pole, passes it off to Zulfa, who does it on her second attempt. Janice just not comfortable catching that ball, losing her footing. And Mannas with that pickup as she dishes the ball off as she fell out of court. Once again, Rachel a little bit frazzled, trying to shoot those goals in. She just needs to stay calm and just follow through on her attempts. This time, much better from Rachel. So Mannas taking the biggest lead of the game so far, up by 3 goals. 27 goals to Mannas, 24 to Swiss. Great pass there by Jasmine into Sarah Lightfoot. Once again, not capitalizing on their shots. Cadence with a good rebound. A little fumble there between Mickey and Sarah Lightfoot for that loose ball. Mickey just losing control of the ball. Sarah Lightfoot tried to go for it, but Mickey was still first to the ball. Offside call against Cheryl. She had one foot totally inside the circle. Swiss with a quick turnover. Great drives down the court. Nice timing. Unfortunately, just couldn't finish off at the last part. That pass between Sarah and Lightfoot and Anne Margaret just not falling through. Oh, great hands there by Anne Margaret. She read that play so well. Came up with the tip, but Mannas once again first to the loose ball. Sindhu this time coming out the circle. Saw Zulfa hanging in the pocket for the longest time. There we see the height difference between Claudia and Rachel, making it really easy for Zulfa to pass it into Rachel. Oh, unfortunate. Oh, Claudia actually managed to come around and get that tip, but there was a offside call against a Swiss player. So Mannas had that chance. So they scored it off, and they have extended the lead by 5 goals. So Mannas this time with a really, really good third quarter. Swift only scoring 1 goal so far. Sarah Lightfoot just not having control of the ball, just losing possession. It's a replay call against her. Good try there by Claudia. She saw that high pass coming to Rachel. She left Zulfa, tried to go for it. Unfortunately, was caught for contact along the way. We see another change happening for Swiss. Faith Maria coming on as goalkeeper to replace Sindhu, as well as Chloe Lowe coming in as goal shooter to replace Sarah Lightfoot. Nice pass into the backspace of Rachel. Great challenge there by Ite. She ran it down, tipped the ball, managed to gather the ball with 2 hands. Unfortunately, just flung it out of court. Easy pass in between Janice to Anne Margaret. Once again, the high passes into Rachel have been working for Mannas. Great cover there by Yasmin, running side by side with Janice. With every step she makes, Yasmin is right there to stop her. Lovely shot by Anne Margaret. Swiss making a slight comeback. Only 5 goals the difference between both teams. Great straight pass through the middle into Chloe. Unfortunately, just couldn't sink it in. Mannas with the rebound. Swifts with another turnover. And Margaret from mid-range. Doesn't fall through again. This time, Cadence with a tip and Mickey with a strong rebound to pull it in. Great front drive by Zulfa. And a long range shot. The ball falls short on the net. Another goal for Mannas. Under 4 minutes left in this third quarter. No options coming through for Swift. The run's just a bit too lateral. No one driving towards the ball. The defensive pressure by Mannas has been great, both outside the circle and inside the circle. There we have it. Just as I talked about the defensive pressure on Mannas, help ball call against Swifts, giving Mannas another chance at goal. Great rebound by Rachel. Unfortunately, lost possession. Swift defenders picking up the scraps. Can they capitalize on this turnover and bring it to goal? Double play between Chloe and Janice. Slight fumble there. Chloe still gathers the ball. A quick dish off to M. Margaret, who scores another goal for Swiss. Too much of the pass over the top of Rachel. Swiss with another turnover. Ite first to hunt that ball down. You see her just taking a little bit of a slip. I think the umpire just needs to hold time to get the court wiped out. It's a bit dangerous for the players. You don't want any unnecessary injuries. So less than 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Mannas with a really good quarter performance. They've kept Swifts to only 4 goals. Good challenge there by Mickey Ng. And Margaret very hesitant to put up the shot. Pass it back out to her mid-court at the circle edge. This time Ite running down along the edge of the circle to tip the ball out. Great defense by Caden. Great work by Mickey to stop that front option. forcing that pass to only go towards Chloe. And Margaret sings that penalty pass or shot for Swifts. Less than a minute left in this third quarter. Once again, Rachel being such a strong target at the back, pulling both of the Swifts defenders onto her, giving Zulfa plenty of space at the front to drive and receive the ball. Mickey once again getting her hands on the ball. But Swift still has possession. Only 10 seconds left. Can they score one more goal? Ite with a lovely tip. And a fast transition down court for Mannas. Unfortunately, just not enough time to score one more goal. There we have it. That's the end of the third quarter. Mannas up by 7 goals overall. 35 goals to Mannas, 28 to Swifts. We still have one more quarter to go. It's still anyone's game. Let's see if Mannas can maintain their composure or will Swifts fight back to take the win.
The weather was good all day, so there were very minimal interruptions, and most importantly is we spent the whole day with the team sweating it out in the sun, pushing each other, encouraging each other. Doing it together as a team made it less difficult. Yeah, we'll most likely be back next year. We are looking forward to working with new people in the under-23s category.
I'm very glad that the team pulled through, came together, and we did well. I think the most enjoyable moment for Pesta Sukan is of course like coming together and winning matches. Seeing them like get together and seeing them improve match by match, I think it's very satisfying to see.
Welcome back to the final quarter of the game between Mannas and Swifts. So for those who just tuned in, this is the 5th or 6th placing match between both teams. The winner of the game will come in 5th. So it's also the final quarter of both of these teams. Tomorrow, which is the final day of the tournament, We only have 2 games happening. At 12 p.m. is the third 4th placing match between Orcas and Llabten, and the grand finals at 2 p.m. between Blaze and Sneakers. That was a quick turnover by Swiss on the center pass for Mannas. We see a couple of changes for Swiss. Chloe Low remaining in goal shooter. Sarah Lightfoot coming on as goal attack. Angeline Singh back on court in wing attack. Jasmine in center. Wing defense, we have Megan, a 21 and under player for Swiss. And the circle defenders, Claudia and Faith Maria, have remained in goal defense and goalkeeper respectively. For Mannas, they have definitely stuck to the same 7 that has been working in the past 2 quarters. There we see Ite with a really nice contest and challenge. It has paid off. Last touch of the ball came off the hands of a Swiss player. This time, Sarah Lightfoot. Great intercept by her. Nice drive along the baseline by Chloe. And she sinks it in so beautifully. Swiss with a better start in this final quarter. Repossession call against Cheryl. The wing attack of Mannas. Swift still with possession. Sarah Lightfoot from mid-range, and she scores it for Swiss. Swiss with the center pass. Can they bring this to goal to close up the gap? An obstruction call against Zulfa, the goal attack of Mannas. This time, contact call against Cadence inside the circle. Sarah Lightfoot from mid-range, unable to sink it in. Mannas manages to get that turnover. Great pass by Cheryl into Rachel. Unfortunately, an air ball shot by Rachel. Faith first to the rebound. Great drive by Jasmine. Swiss really cruising down the court on attack. Great pass by Jasmine into the space of Sarah Lightfoot. Puts that ball in. Mannas have yet to score a goal in this final quarter. Swiss up by 4-0. Just looking at the breakdown. But overall, Mannas still up by 3 goals. Zulfa ensuring that Mannas stays in the lead, puts in another goal. Chloe for mid-range, not able to sink it in. So the shooters of Swift really need to get this back. And just as I said it, Chloe Low comes out with a brilliant intercept. So they really just need to settle down and sink in their shots. Only 3 goals the difference. Mannas still up by 3 goals. Oh, an unfortunate footwork call against Mickey, the goal defense on Mannas. Lovely defensive pressure by Mannas. There's no options coming through for Swifts. Sarah Lightfoot held onto the ball for more than 3 seconds. It's a help ball call against the Swifts team. Great comeback by Swifts. A lovely dodge along the baseline by Chloe Low and a much better shot in. We see another change for Mannas. Kimberly Lim coming back on court in wing attack. Cheryl to the bench. So Mickey being called for contact outside the circle. Once again, a better shot by Chloe. She's gaining momentum, a little bit more confident to go to post. Swifts with a really, really good comeback in this final quarter. Great pass by Kimberly Lim to Rachel, who passes it out, and Zulfa gets the ball at mid-range and sinks it in. Umpire just wanting to reset the penalty. Chloe once again sinks in another goal for Swiss. It's still really close between both teams. Mannas only up by 1 goal. Oh, lovely coming round to the front. Faith Maria taking her feet. Great timing just to tip that ball. That was a crucial intercept for Swiss. Unfortunately, just too much of a pass by Sarah Lightfoot into the pocket for Angeline Singh to pull it in. Mannas with the turnover. obstruction call on the lane by Claudia. This time, Faith Maria coming up with another crucial tip on the shot. Sarah Lightfoot once again tumbling to the ground, losing her footing. But she still manages to hold onto the ball, dish it off before she came crashing to the ground. Chloe Lowe sinks another shot for Swifts. It's all even between both teams. A missed shot by Sarah Lightfoot. She gets the rebound and sinks it in. Swifts up by 1 goal. Less than 5 minutes left. An obstruction call against Claudia. Zulfa not wanting to go to post. Just wanting to be safe and play the ball around to get the ball in a better spot. Swifts trying very hard to get another turnover. But Zulfa sinks it in and levels the score. Stepping call against Chloe Lowe in the circle. Mannas with the turnover. Unfortunately, too much on that pass. Kimberly Lim couldn't pull it in. Oh, what a crucial turnover. Swifts had that chance, but Claudia was blown for stepping on the line. We're approaching the 3-minute mark. Swifts with beautiful turnover there. Faith Maria going up with 2 hands, just tipping the ball. Unable to gather for an intercept. So it's still Mannas with possession. Once again, an obstruction call against Claudia, giving Zulfa another attempt. This time it goes in. Mannas up by 1 goal. And it's their center pass next. Great coming through the middle by Kimberly. Megan, the wing defense of Swiss, totally offside. Not sure how she actually entered the circle. Once again, that height disparity, very obvious between Claudia and Rachel. Kimberly Lim, very comfortable, swing it in. Zulfa sinks another goal for Mannas. Mannas up by 2. Less than 2 minutes left in this game. A contact call against Mickey outside the circle. Sorry, inside the circle. Great coming forward to pull back for a high pass. Sarah Lightfoot giving Swifts another chance at goal. One minute left in this game. It's still anyone's chance at winning. Mannas with possession. Great pass by Kim into Rachel. Zulfa with the attempt. Once again, Claudia just being caught for obstruction. I think it's on her second jump. So she inches forward and she goes for that second jump. So the 3 feet distance is not maintained. This time, Faith Maria also being caught for obstruction. So both defenders in the circle out of play. Zulfa sinks it in for Mannas. Great pass into Chloe. Is there enough time to sinking another shot? Unfortunately, the ball doesn't go through the net. Mannas takes the win by 2 goals. At the end of the game, Mannas with 41, Swiss with 39. What a great game for both teams. Both teams taking turns of dominating in 2 quarters, which explains that tightly contested game. So Mannas comes out with a win, and they have finished 5th place for the season, while Swift takes 6th place. So that's the end of the 3 games for today. Tomorrow we have the final day with the 3rd, 4th placing between Orcas and Llabten at 12 p.m. and the grand finals between Blaze and Sneakers at 2 p.m. Do come on down to watch the game live at Jurong Esports Hall, or you can tune in online. See you tomorrow.